All right, yo, this is CapzLock, and you're watching a 416 interview.
How did that area and the city kind of influence your music?
I'm not gonna lie, like out here, we don't really have much of a music scene. Like, there's really nothing going on music wise. So I never really there was nothing local going on that ever had me connected with music. It was mostly just internet based and stuff. So like the city never really had that much of an effect on like my career besides, faulting me and like kind of giving me a less advantage. But yeah, like growing up, I was really into music like my entire life, just through the internet though.
What kind of music?
Well, so like when I was like super young, I was just like only listening to like mainstream music on the radio, probably, and like, but then like probably when I was like 8 is whenever I got into like rap music, and I was listening to like like the old 2016 wave back then, and that's whenever I really got into like rap music.
So when everyone was first starting to come up and everything like that, and it started blowing up.
Yeah, pretty much like Uzi was probably my favorite, like for a good like 6 years after that till I was like 14.
When did you kind of make that decision to hop in the booth and start making music yourself?
I started making music when I was 12. Like, I don't know, basically before that, like I was doing like Fortnite and stuff and like gaming. So I got all this like computer and equipment, like a mic and stuff because I wanted to do YouTube. But yeah, I knew that I liked making like I had the idea of making music really young and I was like, all right, time to do it.
And when did you drop your first song?
I mean, I released my first song when I was 12. Like, first song I made, I released it on SoundCloud. I just like it was straight to SoundCloud though. Probably like first song on all plats, I was like 13.
And what was the kind of feedback, or what were people saying around you that when they first heard you dropping music and shit?
I'm like like locally.
Yeah, locally, and any kind of feedback you got on the platforms you were dropping on.
So like it took me about like a year to like get something, or like a year and a half to get something going. Like everybody around like the area knew I was making music before, but um I mean most of the feedback was negative from that side because it was just like people from my school and stuff, and I wasn't making good music at the time either. But so like I started like posting on TikTok when I was like 13, like about to turn 14, and that's whenever like traction started building for me through there because I was like people just I guess like my music. I guess I was like super young, and I guess that drew appeal. But it was like half and half positive and negative feedback at that time.
Do you just drop whatever song you make? There's no kind of rollout for some song.
That's what I used to do. I mean, I was just so young, bro. I had it was just like I was walking into this with no music brain or no business brain or like industry brain. It was just straight this kid, bro.
All right, and what changed? People tell around you telling you you need to roll out whenever you make a song, or what was the kind of talk?
Nah, everybody really let me be. Like my managers and stuff, like because everything was so successful at the time. Like it didn't matter if there was a rollout, everything was working. So I was just they were like, all right. And I just kept dropping, like, and then like the next year, so like because it has to be dropped at the very end of 2021, like around Christmas. And that next year, man, I don't know why, but I only dropped 4 songs. No clue why. Like I don't know why. I don't know why I did that, but I was just so clueless.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're still in school, no?
Nah. So I was supposed to graduate this year, like this past year, but I graduated a year early. So I've been out of school for about 2 years now.
What was it kind of like balancing school and this music career? Because you've got some pretty heavy hitters on some of your songs, like Tana and stuff.
Traction started building around me at the end of my like 8th grade year when I was leaving middle school, and I only went to school for ninth grade, and like it was just a weird year, like being like the school rapper, I guess. Like I don't know, and like having to like make content in school and stuff. Like eventually, I hated going to school that year. Like I just couldn't stand school, so I switched to online, and then I did online school 10th grade and 11th grade. But I graduated 11th grade, so only 2 more years.
I want to dive into more of your music as well. Like I said, you have a song with Tana. I think it's called "In My Feed," bro. How did that come apart? Like about?
So like this is back again, like into my eighth grade year. Um, I started posting on TikTok and stuff, and I had just found out about Tana probably 4 days before this. Like I had just found him, and I was like getting into his music, and I started posting my music on TikTok, and it was doing really well, like getting good views. So I like went live on Instagram. I went live on Instagram one time, and everybody in the comments was like, "Tana joined. Tana's in here," or they were like Baby Santana at the time because that was pre Tana area. But he was everybody was saying Baby Santana's in here, and then he like requested to go live with me, and we hopped on live. And I don't even know why that happened. But then after the live, he hit me up and was like that he said he messed with my music, like he liked what I was doing. So we got something in.
Your breakout hit has to be gained a lot of significant attention on like TikTok and stuff, right? Can you like share the story behind that track and how it kind of like took your career into a different trajectory?
So yeah, like when I was making this song, I mean, this was like in the middle of my freshman year of high school, and um it wasn't like anything out of the ordinary for like recording for me, but the only thing that like it was kind of special because I had been like looking for this. I knew like what kind of music I wanted to make, but I just never found it. Like it's like I knew the direction I was going for, but didn't know where the beats were, nothing like that. And when I found like the beat for Has to Be from my boy CeeLo, like it was just like so special. Like I knew that I was like, dang, this is really what I've been looking for and trying to make. So it was like a special creative moment, but with promoting the song and like having it, be the good luck sound. Like, have you heard that people be saying it like manifesting or whatever? That was kind of the marketing angle I was trying to come from, and it did cause it to be like a different release and a different type of song than my other previous ones.
How would you like define your music style?
I would say like there's really not a name for like the genre that I make, but if someone were to ask me like what kind of music you make, I would say alternative like alternative bedroom synth pop, maybe. I don't know. It's just like it's a really weird realm of music, but like a lot of video game inspiration, and yeah.
You've done a lot of collaborations within discography. Who have been like your most favorite people to collaborate with when it comes to like artist wise?
Ooh, artist wise, let me think. None of my like collaborations that I've like had releases with have ever really been that like in touch. I've never had like an artist where I'm like working with them and we're really building that song together. It's just like, all right, here's an open, send it back, and we'll drop. So I'm I can't really say I have a favorite because they were the collaborations I've had like have never really been that in touch, like creative wise.
Is there an artist that you would want to have a relationship like that, or like to be able to collaborate with an artist like that?
Like a dream, like we're talking dream art.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably. Ooh, hold on. I'm a okay. I Man, I don't know if I should say this actually. Lucy Lucy Bedroke or Bedroku, I think it's like Lucy Bedroku.
Lucy Bidro. Okay. Why that artist in particular?
It's really like it's everything. Like he just he has like different styles of music he's done. Like the new stuff he's been dropping has kind of been like more mass appeal, I'd say, and like more in the underground scene. But some of his stuff from like last year, it's just like beautiful music. Like I'm talking composition and like it's just crazy. Like I'd hold on. He has a EP called it came out in 2024. It's called it's some French name, bro. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to say that. but super good, bro. Like 10 out of 10 EP.
Was it recently that you signed to 10K projects? When did you exactly sign?
I signed with 10K about like a little bit over a year ago. It was like the beginning of last June.
How's it been like being signed to such a like prominent record label as well, especially in the underground music scene?
Everybody like makes it seem one way, but it's really not like it really doesn't usually end up being the way that everybody perceives it to be. Kind of like everybody kind of has the like fantasy about how labels work, I think.
How did you like end up getting signed to 10K? What was like the whole process behind it?
So my old manager, um, he like he works at 10K, and I'd had a meeting with them. I had meetings with them prior, and I had like known some of their staff before through like other meetings. But I don't know, somehow it just came about that they were interested, and I was feeling it. So
Okay. And like in your opinion, I know that you might be a little biased now that you are signed, but for artists coming up, would you prefer that would you tell them to stay independent or try to get signed to a label to get that kind of exposure and make those kind of connections within the network and labels?
I would say stay independent because it's really rare, like it's a rare case when the label like actually is coming to you and is trying to build you as an artist, and that's what everybody thinks is the case. Like they think that when you sign to a label they're like focused on building you, which is not the case. Unless, I mean, there are times when that is the case though, but it's just rare. So I would say stay independent because the chances of it being what you don't expect is higher than like the chances. You see what I'm saying?
Looking at your whole music career over the years, bro, like what kind of moments in your career kind of stand out to you in the contest? Like, damn, I could actually take this somewhere.
I had really been like really my entire career, even when I was like really young and had nothing going on, like I still thought like I'm gonna do music. Like I was like, no, I'm gonna make it work, even when I was like a nobody and like 12 years old and a little kid. But moments that like really when it struck to me was probably maybe like hitting like 10 million streams on a song. I think once has to be hit 10 mil because that was my first song to hit 10 mil. I think that was like a kind of certifying moment. But other than like I really didn't know what to judge as like, okay, this counts as like, yes, this is really really good, or is this, you see what I'm saying? Like I didn't know where that line was in between like just a normal, you got some motion versus like something for real.
What would be your advice for like artists coming up? What would you tell them?
For artists coming up, I would say just build your sound, bro. Like I see too many artists coming up that just has another artist sound, or like it's just, I mean the music today is so much different than it was even like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, like in completely different scene because it's so saturated and there's so much music being made, and everything that artists are now like evolving to and built having something new just immediately gets copied and becomes outplayed. So it's a competitive game. So I would say just like build your own sound and find what you do best. Find what like represents you the most and is the most unique to you, and use that as your main strength.
What kind of new projects you got coming out? Singles, albums, EPs? What's going on?
So I got a little archive album dropping this Friday. Just some like, cause I turn 18 this Friday, and for like hitting 18 and becoming an adult, I'm releasing 10 of my favorite unreleased songs from the past 3 years. So from 15, yeah, nothing before 15, but 15 to 18 or 17. So that's coming out on CapzLock Archive this Friday.
Don't know what you messing up. Call my shooter, make him disappear. Get you what you want. I'll take it back if you mean nothing.